It is January, it is 2023. It is 2023, and I have not really talked about Robinson in a while. And well, there's not really that much to talk about. It's basically just level design now. I pretty much have almost every single mechanic finished. Now it's just level design, story, and more of that stuff. Now here's the thing about level design. It's hard. It's actually very hard, and I don't enjoy it. You may be thinking, what else did you do in the month you were gone? Not working on Robinson. Don't worry, I did work on Robinson, just not as much as I would have liked to. For starters, I had Christmas break, but I did get a lot done, such as finally finishing AI for Raptors, also finally finishing the logic for crafting, which is a big pain in the butt. Here's the thing, I keep getting sick, and when I keep getting sick, I can't make the game. Now, the only upgrade that I've added now is grenades. Basically, there'll be this tiny thing, and then grenades twice the size of that tiny thing will pop out of it. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. But you know, I'm just a 12-year-old making But the good news is that it works, actually surprisingly well. Except there's one tiny problem. In each scene in Dreams, it has an amount of gameplay memory, graphical memory, and audio memory, which basically means there's a limit to how many things you can put into each scene. Then the grenades won't work, and your shooting won't work, and everything with the AI will not work. So that means I have to keep levels very, very, very compact. Or I need to figure out ways of, saving gameplay memory, audio memory, and graphical memory. Making the logic for picking up loot and then crafting it and then doing all of that took a good maybe, 9 hours. Just because I could not get the grenade to freaking, but eventually I did. And it was super simple too. Now to the enemy AI. So my first enemy AI, version of it is terrible. It was terrible, and it's still. But I decided to keep it in the game. Now, before you shoot me, it's not terrible in the way in that it doesn't work. It's terrible in the ways that it's just kind of very easy, and they don't really seem to have, that much life into them. So that's gonna be introduction to combat, and you know what I'm saying? I'm totally not being lazy or anything. That's don't worry, I have improved the AI for when you get, further into the game, and you start to learn how to actually use mechanics together. And the improved AI, basically what happens is that the dinosaur will jump at you, not shoot you. I was about to say that. I made it so that before the dinosaur has your attention, he's actually doing his own thing. He's just looking at the wall. Anyways, now that we have all of that and logic and AI stuff pushed out of the way, we can get on to level design. And level design is probably my least favorite part of game development, just because it's so boring. Placing assets here, putting this stuff here, doing this, making animations for Higgs, doing this, doing that, putting this dinosaur here. It's definitely not my favorite part of development. Now, all of that might sound bad, because if it's boring, then that means the gameplay might be boring. But to be completely honest, I get bored with everything in Dreams, and yet I'm still here, making a game that's probably way too ambitious for a 12. Each new level, I try to spice it up with something new. But you get what I'm saying, the levels don't just feel bad. They feel cohesive. They feel like you're actually making progress.
Okay, Robin, so we should be all packed up and on our way. Hold on just a second, I have to tell you the mission details. First thing we're going to do is build and that should be fine here.
Now, before we wrap up the video, I'm going to tell you about some little changes I've added. First, little big change. You can hold down triangle on the left move controller to return back to the hub area. It's just basically easier than just ending the level, going back to the hub, going to the next level, and it just doesn't feel cohesive. Another small fix, which is actually a pretty big fix, is that there was this problem with my game where when you would make it back to the hub, holding triangle, and you went to continue the game, you would have to restart at the very beginning of the level. The way I fixed this is by adding a level select. The next little change was a death screen. Basically, when you die or when you shoot Higgs, it will bring you to this screen that big, bold, red letters, mission failed. Here's another sneak peek for the next video. I am starting to work on my first boss fight, and that is the Therizinosaurus. Therizinosaurus is my favorite dinosaur of all time. And it wasn't because of Dominion, it was my favorite dinosaur in 4th grade. And I am so excited to add this to my game, oh my gosh. I can do so many things with the Therizinosaurus. And I'm so excited to show you more gameplay and, more stuff in the future.